If you're going to dance, if you're going to talk trash, you better make sure Dalton Knecht is down and out and can't bring you back. More to come after this intro.
Please remain seated.
The Tennessee Volunteers trail by 11 points. Midway, latter part of the second half, Georgia gets cocky. Georgia starts dancing. Things are going good. Dalton Knecht takes over 36 points, leads Tennessee to victory. Pretty much, I would say almost single-handedly put this team on his back. Zakai Ziegler had a big contribution as well. Same two guys again. Tennessee comes back and wins this game 85-79. My name is Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel on YouTube. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share it out, guys. I'm on that path right now. My goal is to hit 100 subs by the end of the month. We're on a pretty good pace right now. 13 days through, 12 and a half days through the month right now. But let's get to the game. My first bullet point we hit on Dalton Knecht. Struggled a little bit coming out of after that 11-game layoff. But you know what we're seeing right now? This dude is a road warrior. Give him some shoulder pads. Give him some spots. Put the face paint on him. He is a road warrior. When this dude goes on the road, it's on. This is where this guy thrives. He's not afraid to take that game over for Tennessee. We figured out Tennessee has two dudes, two dogs on that team. Dalton Knecht and Zakai Ziegler. A lot of other guys are standing around watching. Jonas Adu is the third guy on this team. That's been established. It's Dalton Knecht's team, Zakai Ziegler's team, and Jonas Adu is going to be the third guy that helps them. Who knows beyond that? We got a bunch of guys standing around at that point. But let's focus on Knecht. Single-handed. I really feel like it. One of my bullet points here is going to be, what is this offense? What is it? And I'll get to that. But this was a case of Tennessee made some defensive stops. They forced some turnovers. They forced some, not good shots. And then Knecht took his thing over. Put this team on his back and took it over. It seemed to me like it was give it to Knecht, let him go. And if he couldn't go, give it to Ziegler and let him go. Ziegler was a bit sloppy and careless with the ball early in the game. 6 turnovers. But instead of turning it over late, I still thought he was a little sloppy, but he was able to draw fouls instead of turning the ball over. I think this was a big morale booster for Tennessee. They were down 11. I was on a group text with a couple buddies of mine, and we were like, this team's done. I mean, things look bleak. Georgia's getting cocky. They're dancing. Things are going their way. That Coliseum is rocking. But you better damn sure make sure Dalton Knecht's down and out if you're an opposing team. He took this game over, man. One of the best offensive performances we've seen from a Tennessee player in years. We saw it at North Carolina. He had a big performance as well and brought this team back close. Today, they got over the hump and he brought them back. Big-time performance. That is what big-time guys do. When this team gets into March, they're going to need that. It's going to be up to Dalton Knecht to carry this team. This team's going to go as far as Dalton Knecht goes. And I said they're going to need those contributions from these super seniors. My fourth bullet point is going to address them again. But Dalton Knecht, big-time game today. Zakai Ziegler added 18. Jonas Adu with a big double-double as well. So let's get into the stats on this game again. 85-79. Jonas Adu, 10 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks. He had a big game today. Only 2 fouls. So he was able to play most of this game without foul trouble. That was an issue against Mississippi State. Of course, he fouled out of the game. Dalton Knecht, 36 points, 12 out of 20 field goals, 5 out of 8 3-pointers, 7 out of 9 free throws. He added 4 rebounds, 3 assists, only had 1 turnover as well. Ziegler, 18 points, 5 out of 10 field goals, 1 out of 6 3-pointers, not his best game there, but 7 out of 10 free throws. He was able to get to the line. He added 5 boards, 5 assists, 2 steals. Like I said, he did have the 6 turnovers, but he got them out of the way early, it seemed like. Santiago Vescovi, 6 points. He hit 2 3-pointers today, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Josiah Jordan-James, 4 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 out of 9 shooting. I'll address those 2 guys again here in a few minutes. Awaka, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Freddie DeLeon got some playing time in the first half. Wouldn't go back to him. I liked what he was doing. He was aggressive. He wanted it. He wasn't afraid to shoot. He got to the line. He got bailed out on a potential turnover where Awaka was able to pick it up and get a rebound, or I'm sorry, a layup out of it. But I liked I would still like to see DeLeon get some more run. Barnes doesn't trust him. It's the same thing with freshmen. You have the exceptions sometimes. DeLeon, I guess Barnes is still making him earn his trust. Justin Gainey, again, another game, 0 points. He's adding nothing right now. Jemai Mashak, 3 points. He did hit a 3-pointer. He was 1 out of 2. Starting to wonder if this guy shouldn't shoot some more. He does lead the team in 3-point percentage. Although he's taken, minimal 3-pointers, I'm still wondering if this guy shouldn't shoot more. But looking at Georgia's statistics here, you had Chiwa, 1 point, 3 rebounds. I thought that was big because big guys have given Tennessee trouble. Did a pretty good job on him today. Sunahara, 0 points. Demery, 13 points. And thank you, Demery. You hit your 3-pointer and you did your little dance. I think you might have put some life into that Tennessee team that was on the cusp of being done. Thomason, 14 points. Abdur-Rahim, 21 points. Kind of shades of his dad today, Sharif Abdur-Rahim. And then Georgia had a pretty good – they had some bench production. Blue Kane, I talked about this in the pregame. Would he cause an issue? And him and Knoxville guy, would this be his game? Yeah, 9 points, 3 out of 6 shooting from 3-point range. Hill, 6 points, and then you had Melendez, 13 points for Georgia as well, and 6 rebounds. So their bench added a lot for them today. It added a lot for them, 30 points compared to Tennessee's 11. That's a big difference there. Look at the team stats in this game. So when I look at team stats, field goal percentage, this was a big key in this game. Tennessee, 47.5%, Georgia, 30%. It's a drastic difference. 3-point percentage, Georgia shot 42%, though. That was to 34.6 for Tennessee. Georgia was above their average today. Both teams were pretty good at the free throw line. Tennessee, 46-38 on the rebounds. I thought that was a big difference. Assists, 17-14. Tennessee steals are even. Tennessee, 6 blocks to 1. Tennessee, 14 turnovers, only forced 9 for Georgia. That was a little lower than they normally are. Points in the paint, Tennessee doubled up Georgia, 36-18. Tennessee actually had a lead of 14 at one point in the first half. Georgia, of course, got that 11-point lead. So that field goal percentage stands at 47.5. That's a really good game today out of Tennessee's front court on that. Not only their front court, their back court as well. Ziegler getting in, had 5 out of 10 from the field, so 50%. Knecht over 50. Those are big for guys who's putting the team on their back and going. The super seniors, not so super. I'll get to my – what – somebody needs to answer. What kind of offense is this team running? I just don't see a rhyme or reason. Today, it was give it to Knecht and go or give it to Ziegler and go. There's a bunch of guys standing around moving. A lot of guys afraid to shoot the ball. Vescovi did shoot it a couple. He hit a couple threes, and they were big. One of them come off of a missed free throw, and it helped cut that deficit. So he did have a contribution today, but tying this in with the super seniors, these guys just aren't adding it. They're just not adding it. 11 points between them on the road. Yeah, that's better than the 5. Yeah, they, more than doubled it from the last game. Tennessee really needs something out of Vescovi and James. There's not a lot of at this point, you might as well put Awaka in to go with Adu and let them two control the paint and control the boards. Because you're damn sure not getting anything out of Vescovy for the most part. James is Tennessee's leading rebounder of the season. Maybe he adds a little bit there, but I'm really thinking I go Knecht, I go Ziegler, I go Awaka, I go Adu, and then I don't know about that that fifth guy. I'm going to control the boards there. Do I give Dillion? He's a 6'5" guy. He can create. What can he do in there? Gainey, he's just not doing it right now. Meshack, I'm starting to think I want to see Meshack shoot more. See what he can do because he's been shooting pretty well so far. I still say this Tennessee team, though, they're going to have a tough time getting contributions like this from James and Vescovy. It was more than it was against Mississippi State, but it was still concerning, in my opinion, because there was a point in time where neither guy was adding much, and then they did have some big baskets, some big rebounds along the way. I'm going to wrap this thing up in about 11 minutes and 20 seconds in. So looking at where this team goes forward, Tennessee comes back home Tuesday night against Florida, and then they're home next Saturday against Alabama at 12 o'clock. So they do get a couple a couple of home games. They get a chance to run that record out to 4-1 in conference. Tennessee doesn't lose at home very often. I don't expect them to lose this week either. I think they'll come back home. And there's guys on this team, they're more comfortable at home. They're not the road warriors like Knecht and Ziegler. I think you can make a case. Those are your road warriors right now, Knecht and Ziegler. What's going to happen this week? Where does this team moving forward? There's still questions on this team. Thought it was big. They bounced back. Now, they didn't face the big men that they faced in their 4 losses. But it was still a bounce back. Rick Barnes is going to have to look at what his best lineup is. You know Knecht and Ziegler. That's your guys. That is your 2 dudes. Jonas Adu is your 3rd guy. As long as he's not in foul trouble, he needs to be out there when it's crunch time. It's debatable on others, and a part of me, like I said just a few minutes ago, I almost say you put a Waka out there and you dominate that court because other guys aren't bringing it. Other guys are not bringing it. You basically got 3 guys getting it done offensively. Remains to be seen where they go from here. They're a different team at home than they are on the road. That is a fact. And the thing that does bother me is your super seniors disappear on the road. That's where they should really be a positive to this team. Last thing I'll say, big win, big comeback. Good teams find a way to do it. Stud players find a way to do it. Dudes find a way to do it. The dude, Dalton Knecht, he put him on his team, led him to victory. Like I said, if you're going to dance, you're going to jive, you're going to talk smack, you better make damn sure that DK is done with. My name's Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel on YouTube. Check me out. Like it, subscribe, share it out. I appreciate all the support you guys can provide. Have a good Saturday. I'll be back with more stuff this week. I may do a next day tomorrow talking about this game where emotions are not as high as they are right now. But you guys have a good day and go Vols.
Everyone rejects me, even in my best dreams.